Alright guys, welcome back to another update video. It's been over a month since my last update. Just had a lot of stuff going on here lately. Extremely exhausted, been covering another shift, which I'll be on for another over a month, and working 60-hour weeks and all that good stuff, so I'm going to run through these probably kind of quick. And on top of that, I messed up my whole right side of my body, my whole arm, a few days ago, and I'm still kind of hurting. So I don't know what happened, but I've barely been able to move that side of my body. So so I apologize for the big gap in update here and everything, but hopefully we get back on track. If you guys would like for me to do like every couple weeks or something instead of waiting for like a whole month, you know, let me know if that's something you'd rather see besides going through so many titles. You know, cut it in half and actually have time to talk about the films and everything a little more. But waiting this long, I did actually get to watch quite a few of them. So, yeah. I do have them separated between like where I got them from or studios or whatever and everything like that somewhat. But I think there's 50-something titles in here, somewhere around there. And actually a few DVDs in this video. So, yeah, let's just jump right into it, guys. Try to get this done and go take the kids to see the new Avengers and spend some time with them. So, alright, let's start off with ones I got in for review. I also got in couple digital ones too, which those are uploaded for hashtag Screamers and Terrifier. So if you guys want to check out those reviews as well, those were sent to me from Epic Pictures, the digital links. The first one I got here for review, which there's videos up for all these, was from Dark Sky Films. That is Mohawk. Pretty decent film overall, but could have been a little bit better. But if you guys want more of my thoughts on it, definitely check out that review. I'll try to remember to leave cards or whatever like that, but I might forget. So, yeah. This is from the same guy that directed We Are Still Here, which I absolutely love. So I was excited to check this out, but didn't meet the standard of We Are Still Here. That's for sure. And then these next four were sent to me from the Warner Archive collection, which I just did reviews for these two. It'd be the video before this one. That is Woofin', and these are bare bones archive editions. No features or anything. I think there's a trailer on here. That's it. But the transfers on everything was really good, especially the other two coming up. Woofin', pretty long movie. Got kind of boring here and there, but overall I enjoyed it for the most part, and I recommend checking it out. And we got Innocent Blood from John Landis. Really enjoyed this one, especially once everybody starts turning into vampires and stuff, or whatever. Yeah, a lot of people in this too. Lots of cameos in here. If you watch that review, I go over everybody that's in it. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but yeah, Innocent Blood. Definitely, highly recommend this one. And then we got Night School. 1981 slasher that I never really knew anything about. Actually really enjoyed this movie. Doesn't have a lot of blood and gore or anything like that, but this is shot really well. The acting was really good and everything, so yeah, definitely recommend this one. And then one I hadn't seen since I was a kid, growing up. Always a big Dolph Lundgren fan. That is Showdown in Little Tokyo with him and Brandon Lee. This movie was just an absolute blast. Can't recommend this one enough if you guys are fans of, late 80s, early 90s action movies, over the top kind of stuff. Definitely pick this one up for sure. So that is it for the review stuff. Picked up a few DVDs here. This one just looked really interesting, and the trailer actually looked pretty good, so I picked it up, but fell asleep probably half hour into it, and honestly it just wasn't that great from what I was watching. I probably won't even finish it, but it is The Butchering from Wild Eye Releasing. I think it's a British horror film. Yeah, I don't know. It's just take a chance on these independent, straight-to-video horror films like that, but I did contact Wild Eye too. They're supposed to send some review copies over of some other films, so we'll see if any of their other releases are worth picking up or not. But this one was, I only watched a little bit of it, but I was tired at the time, but wasn't interesting enough to keep my attention, so. This one was okay. I heard some people talk about it, so I want to check it out. Cover is very misleading. That is A Place in Hell. Thought it was going to be, a killer clown type movie. Not really. I think he's in a clown outfit like once in the whole movie, standing on top of one of the buildings. But it's like a snow setting horror film, which sounded interesting, but overall, again, wasn't that great. I liked certain parts of it here and there, but I mean, you're paying like $10 or less for these things, and it's just hit and miss. This one's definitely better than The Butchering, but they're making a movie inside of this movie and everything, and this guy just starts taking them out, and there's some backstory to him and everything, but I just didn't really give a shit. So like I say, it's okay. I mean, if it's on something free, definitely check it out, but not really worth the purchase. This one was sent to me, and I'll get to the movie that I actually got from him here later. From somebody off Facebook. I bought a movie from, and it took him a few days to send it out, so he apologized by sending this to me for free, and that is the double feature of Big Boss and Fist of Fury, Bruce Lee. This is the Shout Factory release, which I believe this was in the last, not the one that's going on now, but the last Dollar Tree sale that they had when they got movies in. But hey, it was nice of him to throw in a bonus movie for being a few days late on shipping. Alright, next we got pickups from Family Videos, quite a few of them here, and special segment for Genzo, if you're watching. I know you love your Family Video, man, so just picked this one up yesterday, and that is Slight. I held on to the slipcover because I hear it's very rare, and managed to grab the Blu-ray from Family Video for $3 yesterday. It doesn't have a tag or anything on it because I just asked him if I could buy it, because they had 2 copies, and it was in the older movie section. Usually if they have 2 of them and it's not renting too well, they'll sell you one. So yeah, $3, and already had the slip. So yeah, I hear it's a pretty good movie. I didn't really know too much about it till actually recently, and it came highly recommended from a few people, so picked that one up. This one I held off on because I didn't know if it was any good or not, and I heard a lot of people saying how good it was, so I wanted to grab that. That is Only the Brave. This was $7.99 up there. So yeah, look forward to watching this one still. Here it's really, really good. It just kind of deterred me from, it just looked kind of cheesy. I don't know. I didn't really remember a trailer to it, but you got Miles Teller, Josh Brolin, Jennifer Connelly, Jeff Bridges, a bunch of people in here. And this one I'll probably wait till around Christmas time to watch, but wanted to grab it while they had it for sale and with the slip and everything. That is The Man Who Invented Christmas, another take on the story of Scrooge and everything. And the trailer looks really good, so look forward to checking that out this Christmas. And then a sequel that was way better than the first one, in my opinion. I didn't really care for the first one, but I did really enjoy this one, and that is Daddy's Home 2. It was $10. Some of these might have been $7.99, and sometimes they ring up cheaper than what it says, because they don't get around to changing their prices. But I can't remember. Either way, it was less than half of retail. So yeah, really enjoyed this one. Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg, John Lithgow, Mel Gibson. Yeah, a lot of fun. And this was $3 as well. He was actually pricing them as I grabbed this one, so you didn't get a price on there. But there's Megan Levy. Started watching this with Caius. I figured he'd be into it, being that it's a war movie and it involves dogs and everything. We watched first hour of it or so. I think it was a pretty long movie. And I don't remember. Anyway, it's going to bug me now. I don't know how long it was. Oh, yeah, it's like 2 hours long, so we watched like half of it. And it was pretty decent. It felt more like a made-for-TV movie than, you know, a real movie, I guess. But, yeah, for $3, you know, definitely worth it. This one I picked up because there was absolutely nothing else to buy at the time. Same thing with a couple of these coming up. Don't really even care to watch this. I'm sure I will at some point just for mindless entertainment. That is Geostorm with Gerard Butler, Ed Harris, Andy Garcia. This looks like a cheesy, you know, Sci-Fi Channel type action movie or something. I don't know. Doesn't really have a whole lot of interest for me. I'm sure it's just real forgettable. But $7.99, you know, why not? This one, I've seen a few people post on Facebook groups and everything about this, and I didn't know if, I couldn't remember if they were saying it was good or not. I guess a couple segments are pretty good. I'll probably wait till Halloween to watch this, just because it's, you know, a Halloween more film. I don't know where I was going with that. I mean, I watch horror films all year long, but this one just seems more Halloweenish. That is 10/31. It was $5 compared to buying it off their site for like 20 or something. This is from same people that did The Barn. So figure it was worth $5 just for something to watch around Halloween. And these two here I picked up just because there was nothing else as well. So I picked up a couple DVDs, paid $3 for both of them. One is Metal Face, which I think this was originally called Leatherface or something as well. And they changed the name to avoid any confusion with, you know, the real Leatherface. I could be wrong on that, but yeah. I mean, it looks pretty decent. It looks like a snow-type setting and everything on the back there. So, you know, I'll take a chance on it. It's got to be better than Butchering. And this one, you got Malcolm McDowell in here. That's what sold me on it, and it looks pretty interesting. And they're 2 for $3, so I figured I'd grab 2. And that is Psycho Killer. I don't know. Looks kind of trippy or something. This is from Wow Now Entertainment. Never heard of them. Sugar, spice, everything dies. It doesn't even rhyme. But actually, pick up a couple steelbooks this time around. I don't really buy too many anymore. I just not really into it anymore. But yeah, the one that everybody picked up, I'm sure, and finally watched this. And that is Star Wars, the Last Jedi. Almost said Force Awakens. The 4K edition. I mean, I enjoyed it overall. It wasn't anything great by any means to me. But, yeah, I still like Force Awakens better than this. They're kind of going downhill for me. But hopefully they pick back up and get back on track. I don't know. But still excited to check out, you know, Solo. But, yeah, Star Wars, Last Jedi, everybody knows about this movie. I'm not even going to open this or anything, but, yeah, at least I picked up a steelbook. And then yesterday, I was at Best Buy while the wife was over at a craft store, and wasn't really planning on buying anything, but then I seen they had one copy of this left, and I was kind of wanting to get the 4K edition, but $25 for a movie like this just seemed ridiculous. And I don't even know if I've seen the second one, and I know I haven't seen the new one. First one is one of my all-time favorites films, believe it or not, and that is the Grease Collection Steelbook. So you got Grease, Grease 2, and Grease Live. I might have seen bits and pieces of Grease 2 back in the day, but don't really remember anything from it. You do have, I'm not going to take all the disc out, but you do have interior artwork in here as well, and on the other side. And you got art on the back as well. This was like the same price as buying just the 4K of the first one. So I figured 3 films, you know, and the code sold the code for $7 for all 3 films, and I couldn't respond fast enough to people wanting it. I guess I was cheaper than I should have priced it for, but I try not to, stiff people on codes. But yeah, I look forward to revisiting Grease and HD and everything. So, and checking out the other 2. All right, now we get to the good stuff. We'll go Scream Factory, Shout Factory, and then Arrow. Yeah, we'll just do that. Finally picked up The Burbs, Shout Select. It was $14-15 at Best Buy. And actually, I picked most of these up, these Scream Factories, in store. Still have the regular bare bones edition, which I'll probably, I'll probably watch that one and keep this one sealed for a while until I feel like checking out the features. But I'm trying to keep everything sealed until I watch it. I don't know. Depending on how good the transfer is and everything. Let me know if the transfer is that much better than the regular Blu-ray release. I kind of wanted to get the Arrow version because I hear it's better than this. But seeing it in store for $14-15, I was just like, you know what, screw it. And I still might get the Arrow eventually. This one I just got in the mail the other day, and it was on sale for like $12 or something, or price dropped to like $12 on Amazon. A lot of people told me to check this movie out. That is Humanoids from the Deep, or Monster, or Beneath the Darkness, which it was originally called, to get people in there to film it from watching the features. Found that out. But you guys know this is like the cover you're used to seeing. I just thought this Monster cover was cooler. I don't know. Yeah, had a lot of fun with this movie. Absolute blast. You got plenty of nudity in here, and blood and gore and stuff with the creatures and everything. Yeah, absolute blast. Highly recommend checking this one out. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I say it's like $12 on Amazon. So, thank you, Anthony, if you're watching, for hooking me up. Let me use your Prime. I really appreciate that. And, yeah, Humanoids from the Deep. This one, a couple of these actually, I had no plan on picking up whatsoever. If I remember right, I don't really even care for this movie. I'll give it another watch and see, especially with the new one getting ready to come out on video. This was like $13.99 or something in store. That is The Strangers. It's kind of got a little bit of a issue with the slip there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but they actually had another one when I was up there yesterday with a really perfect slip. I was going to buy and return this one, but I was just like, you know what, screw it. I just don't really even care anymore. But, yeah, look forward to revisiting this one, see if I enjoy it more or not, and want to rewatch it before, watching the new one, because I haven't seen it in a really long time, probably when it first came out. And then had to get one of my favorite remakes of all time. That is Dawn of the Dead. I know a lot of people have picked this one up, and a while back I picked up Land of the Dead. I actually ordered this one. This is the only one I didn't get in store besides one more that he hooked me up with the Prime on as well, because it was really cheap. But yeah, this was like $15, and I just had to get it. And I had already sold my 2-pack of this and Land, so as I knew I was going to pick it up eventually. So again, probably keep it sealed till I feel like rewatching it. But yeah, Dawn of the Dead. Like I say, definitely one of the best remakes by far. Alright. And then upgraded Firestarter as well. I think I said that all weird. Firestarter. Never even watched the art card edition that I had. Sold it. So I still haven't seen this movie in a really long time. So definitely look forward to checking this out. And the HD transfer and everything. It's it's a 2K scan. But I remember liking this one a lot when I was growing up. And for $15, like I say, I picked it up in store with the slip and everything. So, all right. And another one I wasn't really planning on getting anytime soon. Still have the regular Blu-ray. I actually really like this movie, and I don't remember if the regular one had the unrated cut. But it is Drag Me to Hell. And this was only $13.99. Probably due to the unrated version having the issues that it did. But I did already get my replacement disc. So if you guys have the original release of Drag Me to Hell, you know, this release, definitely send in for the replacement disc. I hear there's some issues with one of the scenes where the blood is black instead of red and something to do with a shovel. So yeah, the unrated cut wasn't like truly unrated. It was the only issue. But I hear the transfer is not really that great. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I haven't opened it yet, so I haven't threw the replacement disc in there. Oh. Alright, this is another one I really wasn't planning on upgrading anytime soon. I still have the regular Blu-ray release of this. But it was like 17, 18 bucks on Amazon, so I got this and Humanoids from the Deep, or this and something, I don't even remember. He's hooked me up a few times with the Prime. But it is Cyborg with Van Damme. You know, huge Van Damme fan, so once I seen the price drop below 20 bucks, I definitely had to grab it. And yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised with a lot of this stuff coming in from Amazon, not being too terribly messed up with the slips. But this is another one I'll probably keep sealed for a while, as I have the regular Blu-ray release. But yeah, I don't even think I've watched that one. So I haven't seen this since DVD. So definitely look forward to checking out the HD scan and everything. Okay, that is it for the Scream Factory, Shout Factory stuff. We'll move on to Arrow Video. This was sent to me by T-Money. I think it's T-Money 86, Turi. He did a contest for a giveaway, and somehow he didn't see my entry and everything, so he felt kind of bad about that. So he sent this to me as an apology for not getting me in the contest, which I'm actually glad, because honestly, the one I was going to go for, I already had Thor, and the other one was Day of the Dead Bloodline, which wasn't great, but I would have liked to have it in the collection. But this is definitely a better movie than that. Actually, really enjoy this movie, as Christopher Walken is one of my favorite actors of all time, and Wesley Snipes used to be back in the day. That is the Arrow release of King of New York. This is the UK Region B one. Yeah, I didn't have this on Blu-ray. I have it on DVD, and so definitely look forward to checking this movie out again in HD and everything. It's just a 1080p transfer, but there is, features and everything on here. I didn't even show the features to any of that shit. Anyway, so thank you, Turi, for hooking me up with this, man. Really appreciate it. That was really nice of you. And then, still haven't even opened this one either. I don't even know if I've ever seen this movie, but I hear it's a really good time and wanted to get it while it still had the slip. That is Basket Case, the one that's loaded with features. I know you can't read that, but that is just insane. This was, I want to say it dropped to like 18 bucks or something like that. I can't remember, from Amazon. Another one of those that Anthony hooked me up with. So yeah, look forward to diving into this for sure, especially with all of that on there. And then one that everybody picked up, and I believe it's still sold out on Amazon. It dropped down to like $18. And again, it's one that I was kind of on the fence about getting because I have so many releases of it already. I have the DVD, I have the art card edition Blu-ray, like a regular Blu-ray, and everything. But I heard the transfer is just absolutely amazing on it. So once I get caught up on everything else, I cannot wait to dive into this thing. One of my all-time favorite films, that is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. You can't see the features like at all because of the way that they have this thing, the color scheme. But I know there's a poster in there as well. I don't know if I'm going to hang that up or not. And you can't really see like how shiny the slip is. But yeah, I cannot wait to check out this transfer and everything and get into those special features. Oh, yeah, I'm hurting. All right. And then I picked up a few Argento hard box editions. The newest one being Deep Red, which a lot of people picked up as well. And I did do an unboxing for this and everything. If you guys want to check that video out, I'm not going to get into it right now. But you do get a booklet and a poster and all that good stuff. And, you know, your regular Blu-ray in there as well, which I really love that art on there. Probably better than this. I kind of wish they would have went with that for the box, but and then Diabolic had sold through all of their copies of this, and this was getting kind of ridiculous in price on eBay and Amazon and everything. And they finally got some back in stock, and I was on the wait list, so they shot me an email. So I ended up getting this for, you know, almost what it was initially. I think it was like 40 bucks or something. And that is Cat O' Nine Tails. Haven't opened this one up yet. I'm gonna wait till I watch it. I know there's a booklet and a poster in there, just like Deep Red. So, yeah, loaded with features on there. I know you can't see. You're probably seeing the TV. And, you know, Deep Red was stacked with features as well. So yeah, I was really happy to be able to grab this. I thought I missed out on it and was going to have to pay some ridiculous price. I wanted to get all three Argento hard box editions, whatever you want to call them, limited editions. I still need to get Phenomena or whatever it's called, but that thing is like, I don't see it cheaper than like 70 or 80 bucks, and I can't pay that. So if anybody has a copy of Phenomena, or however you say it, for sale for a reasonable price, like 50 bucks or less, you know, let me know. But yeah, Cat O' Nine Tails. I hear this is the weakest one of these films, but still wanted to grab it. I love these editions from Arrow. And then I did a trade with Blue for Life, Jarrett, which I can't thank you enough, man, for thinking of me on this. This is another one that I missed out on, the U.S. limited edition. I always mess up saying that word. And it was just going for ridiculous prices. You know, same thing as Phenomena. It was like 80, 90 bucks or more on eBay. So he had the UK edition and got the US edition. So we worked out a trade. I sent him a few Shout Factory titles, stuff like that. I think I sent him like 4 movies for this or something, which I still don't feel like is enough. But you know, I did a video for a trade video. That is The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. I hear this one is probably, I don't know if it's supposed to be better than Deep Red, or they're pretty close, I guess. But yeah, this is supposed to be one of his better films. So I think Cat O' Nine Tails is like his first feature-length film. So ready to get into those and get, you know, my Argento Giallo knowledge. And last of the arrows here. Man, this is going to be a long video. Held off on this one for a while, and then I was just kind of looking through Diabolic, and seeing the price was still sitting at the original price pretty much. I was like, you know, I better go ahead and grab this before I regret not getting it and they sell out or something and then have to pay, you know, $100-something to get it. And I know only one of these films is really worth getting, and another one is okay, and another one's not great at all. But definitely one of my all-time favorite directors, and just, you know, this person really meant a lot to me personally, as well as I've met him and talked to him and everything like that. And just, I don't know, any interviews with him and everything just seems so down to earth and so real. And I just had to get his works here. That is the George Romero Between Night and Dawn set. You know, Day of the Dead is my all-time favorite zombie film, followed very closely by the original Dawn. But yeah, you get Season of the Wedge, the Crazies, and there's always Vanilla, which I hear there's always Vanilla isn't good at all. But so you mainly buy it for the Crazies, I guess, and to have this awesome edition with the booklet and everything, with all kinds of photos in there. They go over each film, I do believe. So yeah, it was still sitting around $60, which you're gonna pay that anyways for all 3 films individually. So you might as well get it in the awesome box with the booklet and everything, and all the features and all that good shit. And it's just a beautiful set all around. Arrows just, you know, kills it every time. All right, so we'll move on to a couple Vinegar Syndrome pickups. There's still a couple more I want to get while they still got the slips, but I gotta just kind of like take it easy. I gotta get some stuff pre-ordered and everything. But picked this one up when they had their last sale, like their half off sale or whatever, which is like half off the MSRP, so you're not really getting that great of a deal, kind of like Scream Factory does. But this was the only one sitting around $15 that had a slip and everything. Only thing that seemed like worth getting. So I grabbed the Corpse Grinders. I watched the trailer and stuff first, and it seemed pretty decent. So I haven't opened it yet. Just absolutely love Vinegar Syndrome slip covers, how thick they are, and they just, you know, yeah, I know like 80% of the time the slip's better than the movie, but they know us collectors out there are going to be wanting that. So and then picked up Blood Hook. I actually ordered this, and then the next day the slip was sold out. I was like, yeah, I seen they were down to like 40 or something, and I was like, you know what, I better go ahead and grab it. I hear this is the one to grab out of the 3 that were released with this, you know, or the 2 that were released with this. This was like the one to get, and it's going for already crazy prices. But here's this actually has 3 covers, I do believe, and there is the alternate artwork that I went with, and you do get this artwork as well, which will be on there if you guys order it now. This will be your artwork. Haven't checked the movie out yet. I hear it's a lot of fun though. I was actually going to watch it these last couple nights and just ended up watching something else. I don't know why. But yeah, really happy to have grabbed that. And I was going to order Terror the next day, and it was already sold out on the slip. So I was like, no. As I'm only missing 1 slip for my Vinegar Syndrome titles. I did a trade from my standard edition of Bird with the Crystal Plumage, thinking I'd be able to find a slip for it really easy, as it's not sold out or anything yet, but still haven't been able to find one. So if anybody has a slip for this for, you know, at least under $10, I would definitely buy it off you. That is Star Time. Watched the trailer to it before I did the trade with him. It was between this and Summer of Fear, which I hear Summer of Fear isn't very good. But those were the only 2 that he had up for trade that I either didn't have or had absolutely no interest in. And so yeah, this is the only Vinegar Syndrome that I'm missing the cover for. And it's driving me absolutely crazy. So, if I cannot find one within the next, I don't know, month or so, I'm either going to do a giveaway for this or sell it, because I would rather just sell it and buy a new one straight from Vinegar Syndrome and have the cover. I just can't do it. So, like I said, if anybody has a slip for it, please let me know, and we'll work something out. And I have a couple hundred slip covers as well, so if you have one and you're looking for slips to catalog titles, you know, I don't have any, well, I'm not gonna say any, but I don't have really Scream Factories and Arrows and, you know, stuff like that. But movies you would buy in the store over the last year or so, I probably got a slip. So, yeah. Anyway, this is just kind of random stuff right here. Got Got Black Eagle with Van Damme. I hear this movie is not very good, but it's Van Damme, and I've never seen it. So, as much as I love my Van Damme movies, I had to grab it. And these are normally like, I don't know, 25, 30 bucks or something. This dropped to like 16 on Amazon. So I had Anthony grab this one for me. And surprised it still had the slip. I guess these are like a lot of other companies, you know, it'll be first pressing only or whatever. And it does come actually with a poster and stuff, which is the same as the cover. And they're not very big. Not even big enough to really do anything with. And it's like all white on the inside, in case you guys are curious what these MVD Rewind collections look like. There's a few others I'd like to get. You know, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and Abominable and Return of Swamp Thing and stuff. And I'll just hold off and see if any of those drop, you know, below 20 bucks or something. Actually, I think Killer Tomatoes is 20 bucks on Amazon. But I'm pretty sure the slip is sold out. And this arrived in okay shape. I don't know. The corners are kind of messed up, but that's okay because it gives it like this retro feel anyways. So having that on there kind of fits it, I guess. Alright. Got one like couple random things here. Wife got me Insidious: The Last Key for my birthday back at the beginning of this month. Still haven't watched it, so I don't know. I hear mixed things about it. I hear it's good in some parts, but other parts are just kind of boring. But still looking forward to checking it out. I love the first Insidious movies. We're gonna make it through. And then one standalone 4K here. That is Hostels with Christian Bale and Rosamund Pike, Wes Studi. The trailer to this movie looks absolutely fantastic. And I just had to grab it in 4K. It was, you know, just a couple dollars more than the regular release. So, yeah, still really excited to check this one out. Just have so much other stuff to watch. These three here I got off a fellow Facebook group member I've known for quite some time, and he decided that he no longer wanted to keep his 88 Films movies besides a couple titles, so he sold these three to me for a really good price. You know, a few dollars cheaper than 88's sale price. And I needed to fill the gaps in my slasher classics, so it worked out good for both of us. I picked up Return to Horror High with George Clooney. I remember seeing this a long time ago. I got it from like Best Buy or something when Best Buy used to have just aisles and aisles of movies. Picked up the DVD, and I remember thinking it was just so fucking stupid. I immediately like sold it to Blockbuster. That tells you how long ago, you know, it's been since I've seen it. But, you know, being into horror and understanding more horror comedy stuff, like, I didn't understand the line between the two, you know, like some other people, you know, horror used to just have to be straight horror, you know. But, I look forward to revisiting this one. He had the booklet with it and everything, so you definitely picked this up on first pressing. And you do have reverse art and everything, which is a little bit different. But yeah, I ended up getting these for, you know, under 10 bucks a piece after shipping, so definitely worth getting. Plus I got them a lot faster than ordering from 88 because I'm still waiting on my package from the beginning of the month. So, and then X-Ray. I know nothing about this movie. I know it's Hospital Massacre as well, if you can see through there. I'm not going to take it out. But yeah, I know there's a Scream Factory X-Ray and Schizoid 2-pack, which I had not picked up yet because I was actually planning on getting X-Ray from '88. So works out for me. And I hear this next one is really good, and it doesn't look like something that would be in this slasher classic line, but I don't know because I have not seen the film. It says Satan has created the perfect killer, one who cannot be stopped, be warned. That is The First Power with Lou Diamond Phillips. I believe, it does have alternate art. And you get like a little booklet in here as well. An interview booklet in the name of Satan. So yeah, Jeff, if you're watching, man, thank you again for hooking me up with these for a good price. Really appreciate it. And these I actually ordered from '88. That is Alice Sweet Alice, which I did unboxings for all of these, or these 3. So yeah, Alice Sweet Alice, which was a really highly anticipated one. And then you have Holy Terror, which is the U.S. alternate cut title. Like, yeah. And I'm trying to get there, guys. I'm trying to start reviewing these slasher classics and everything. I planned on it while I'm on this other shift, and I come home and everybody's asleep and there's nothing else to do. But which reminds me, I am going to move my region free player downstairs to be able to do that with some of them. And then one that, you know, everybody was talking about and having issues, and the slip ran out really quick. So did Alice Sweet Alice, actually. Now it's just impossible to find with it. That is Blood Harvest. There's your alternate artwork. Again, I go through the menu screens and everything like that on previous videos, if you guys want to check that out. And along with this one as well, and that is Offerings. I believe this is just, yeah, it's pretty much the same art, so without the banner and the symbols. Here's a complete rip-off of Halloween, but that's okay. It still looks pretty interesting and looks like lots of fun. So, and those are numbers 34, 35, and 36 on those last 3. Return to Horror High is 25, X-Rays number 9, and First Power is 22 in the slasher classic line. And finally went ahead and picked up Children of the Corn while they were having their sale. And Children of the Corn 3. I still need to get 2. It was either out of stock or not part of the sale or something at the time. That's why I didn't get it. But next sale, I'll probably snag that one too. When they're on sale, they come out to around under 13 bucks a piece or something. I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 13, depending on the title. Sometimes even cheaper. But you do have reverse art on, well, that one's pretty much the same. I think Urban Harvest has, yeah, you get the city background art on that one. So I'm almost there on completing the collection, which they just announced Bad Dreams as part of the line, which I already had the Bad Dreams Visiting Hours Scream Factory, but oh well. Alright, down to just some random stuff here. One pickup from Half Price Books. This has been really dry at both my locations. There hasn't really been shit, so I picked this one up to watch around Christmas time as well, to kind of go along with The Man Who Invented Christmas. And this was only $3. That is the George C. Scott Christmas Carol. So, yeah, I don't know why I opened this one, but $3, classic film. Good to have around Christmas. Don't know where to put that. And I know this movie is probably going to be terrible. I've heard nothing but bad things about it, but I picked it up at Disc Replay for $6, and actually it was free along with these next 2 because I sold stuff to them. That is the Snowman. I don't know. It still sounds interesting to me, and the preview looks really weird. So, I mean, I hear it's terrible. I haven't heard one person actually say that they like this movie, but there was absolutely nothing else to get, and I already had the slip for it. So I was like, fuck it, just use the rest of my credit and get this and be done. And then picked up Wreck-It Ralph. Shout out to Culture Trini for hooking me up with this slip, which is extremely snug. $7.99 up there at Disc Replay. Like I said, it was actually free because I had the credit. But I made sure, I contacted him first to see if he had a slip. He said, I believe so. So I went ahead and grabbed it and sent me the slip over. It doesn't match the edition that it is, but all of my Disneys have slips now, so that's the important part. And another Disney from there. I thought this was a pretty good deal, and I like this box set. That is the Santa Claus collection. It has a little bit of wear to it, but overall it's pretty decent shape. And I didn't really actually pay for it, so you get all 3 Santa Claus films in there. Which a lot of people really hate 3, but I actually enjoy this one just as much as the other 2. I like all 3 of them. So, I mean, I see why they don't like it, but mainly because of the Jack Frost character. But like I say, I enjoy it. I like watching all these around Christmas. So, which this seems to be the time of the year to stock up on Christmas titles, because a lot of people sell them and they're cheap and stuff like that because they're not thinking about it being Christmas every year. So you'll eventually get around to it. Alright guys, that's it. This is a really long video. I apologize. I'll try to not wait so long next time. But I'm pretty much caught up on everything I want to grab right now. So until probably I think June is the biggest release month. May is pretty small. So I probably will wait till the end of May because I'm not going to probably pick up a lot of stuff. I say that every time and something happens, but yeah, I was looking through Blu-Ray.com and there doesn't really seem to be a lot of releases coming out that I really care for. It just depends, on who has sales and everything like that. I didn't even pick up Dollar Tree titles this time around. I know they just got some in. I just went through and sold a bunch of those movies that I'll never watch and don't really even care to have. So I'm not going to just go buy them because they're $1. It's fucking stupid. There is a couple good ones in there, though. I think they have the Iceman and some other ones. They did have The Family and something else. The Red Dawn remake, which I already have both those. So, and I actually like the Red Dawn remake. I think it's pretty good. And The Family's a good movie too. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of any of these titles, and make sure you guys sub to Blue for Life and Team Money. I'll leave their links down below as well. Sub to Trini. Maybe he'll come back and start making videos again. That would be fantastic. We really miss you, man, in the community on there, on the YouTube part of it. I know you still stay active with us and everything, which is awesome. But really love to see some update videos from you. And yeah. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. See y'all next time.